Good morning. Running a little late. It's okay. This is Karen with Veronica's Tarot and Coaching. This is our daily reading, and I'm going to do a new spread. It is the Guiding Star. So it is 7 cards. Overall situation, past influence, negative influence, the present, a positive influence, future, and final outcome. So we'll try this one today. I'm going to use the Barbieri Tarot. I flashed that awful quick now, didn't I? I love this deck. I always shuffle for quite a bit before I start, just so you know. I don't want to, I feel like, it's like get down to the reading. I don't know about you all, but when I watch tarot readers, I like get started. So. But I feel like you have to do a little bit at least. Okay. Cut. And then, so we've got the overall issue. Okay, we got that is 8 of Pentacles. We have past influence. I'm gonna make some room. Past influence, negative influence. That makes sense. So, okay, so current situation, 8 of Pentacles, past influence, Empress, negative influence is 9 of Swords. That's why I said that. Okay, so 4 is the present influence. Knight of Cups, positive influence. King of Wands. Someone's coming in. That's what I think. So the future is 4 of Swords, and the overall outcome is at the top. And that's Justice. So this is 8, but in this deck, that's Justice. The Justice number, and I'm like, is it 11 or 12? Anyway, no, it's not 12. Ooh, bottom of the deck is 9 of Cups. So this is important, right? This is our desires, our wishes, our dreams, something we really, really want. And this is important. When I see the 9 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, or, this is something that's important to us. So the situation is 8 of Pentacles. Now, when I see this 8, it's a little bit different. I mean, I still get the same overall feeling that it's something that we really have to work on, and something that we've been working on, because that's what the issue is. This is learning something new or taking on something new. I do feel like, too, it could be a little bit about healing. 8 of Pentacles, because it's the time spent, I do feel like it can be a healing card as well as a learning card. So, keep that in mind. I think this is really about spending the time focusing on something that makes us feel good. And I'm going to tell you why, because one of the things, the past influence of this reading is the Empress. And to me, that says this is something, it was influenced by our nurturing feelings, taking care of something, wanting to really embrace something. And a lot of times when I see the Empress, I do think of love situations, because, I mean, it can be definitely, mom, or, taking care of someone. But to me, this almost feels more like, and because of the Knight of Cups too, I mean, that is our romance card. So, yeah, I feel like this is something that you wanted to nurture, and I feel like it's probably a relationship of some sort. It doesn't have to be gender specific. The reason why I say that too is because the past influence is the Empress, and then we've got a masculine energy on the other side. Not that it matters on gender. I'm just doing like more relationship, like two people coming together. So but this is something that you've been working on, wanting to nurture. The influence is nurturing it. I do feel like this might be healing, because of the Empress, the more I look at it. The Empress provides healing too. So like if someone's giving you comfort, right, you're healing from it. And I believe that's what it is. So the negative influence in this situation is the Nine of Swords. So this is something that's really stressed you out. It could be nightmares, it could be bad dreams, it could be bad thoughts. Anytime we see the swords, it's in our head. We have to remember that. Not that the feeling isn't real, because I'll never say that. I've had my issues with anxiety and stress and all of those things, and they're real. So when I say this is in our head, don't think I'm not making light of any kind of anxiety, stress, or anything. But like those things, they start with us. They start with our thoughts. How to control those is a whole different ballgame, and it's hard. And I'm not even pretending that it's not. So please understand that. So I'm not making light of it at all. But I do believe that this is really the negative influence is the stress, is the anxiety. I get almost like this when I'm talking about this card. I'm not feeling my norm. I have anxiety, but I'm not feeling that. I'm feeling like this, like worry. It's more worry than anxiety. I'm getting a heartbeat. Like that's how I feel when I'm thinking about this situation and doing this right now. Just kind of like it feels kind of like I just want to take a bath. I mean, or get someplace warm, or a warm something. That's what I feel like. Like I need comfort. I need to slow down. So that's the negative influence. It could be just some hurry up thing that you might be dealing with, like I got to do this, kind of feeling like you need to do it and need to do it now. It feels feels real anxious. So the present influence is the Knight of Cups. So I feel like, and this doesn't have to be a person, it could be just you are being influenced with romance. This is something that maybe, okay, so this could be a singles reading. This is definitely romance reading. This is something that has been important to you and it's been on your mind, and especially right now. So in the now, if you're feeling like romantic, either you have someone specific in mind, which I feel like you might, or you're just thinking about it and wanting it, it can cause this because you start getting anxious, because when we're developing relationships, we have no control over the other person, and that can cause that anxiety piece, right? So it makes sense on why we feel that way, but know that this is what's influencing it. So this is something that really, this is what you want. This is what you're after. This is the feeling that you have in the present. And it could be someone coming in, but I get more that it's a feeling that you are wanting in return, or you want to give, either or just feeling romantic. You may not even care if you share it with anybody. You just feel that way. Or if you're in a relationship, you want more romance. You're craving romance right now. That's what I feel like the influence is. And the reason why I say crave is because that's what the Knight kind of reminds me of. Either it's someone coming in and providing romance to you, and or love, or even things that you love, but it also reminds us that it's action oriented. So so it feels like a crave to me. And it could be just the way I'm feeling with this reading too. So keep in mind, when I talk about the feeling pieces, I'm feeling that when I read. It's not like coming out of the thin air. And what I've learned is, I always thought it was me, but it's not. It's what's in the cards that's making me feel that way. It took me a long time to understand that. So here, our positive influence is the King of Wands. Now here's the opposite energies. We have the past influence was the Empress. So this is someone that can enhance your romantic needs and wants. Again, bottom of the deck is 9. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. If we just keep going and going and going. So we have, 9 of Cups, 2 of Cups, 3 of Cups. So that tells me too, this is something that is romantic. But the 9 of Cups is about our desires. So with that said, this I feel like is a positive influence on these things that we want. This feeling of wanting romance, this feeling of being romantic, having that, and this king is someone that influences that in you and can influence the changes. Um, Also, this is a positive energy in your life right now. Whether this is a person or a feeling, this is a positive energy. And that's important just to know. So if you know someone with the King of Wands personality, and a King of Wands is, a leader, he's motivated, he has passion, he moves a little fast. He's not like a knight fast because he is a king and he's more mature, but he does keep going. He wants to get things done. He's an action oriented personality where he wants tasks. He does tasks. He does things. He where King of Swords is a thinker, right? And the King of Cups is a lover. He's a doer. Um, so I feel like that's the kind of personality, if there's someone around you like that. So this is the future is some healing going on here. So this is the Four of Swords, and she's kind of protecting herself. So you may go into a little state of self-protection, self-love, making sure too that this whole situation, because I do feel like this is about healing as well. And this is just the future that you're not quite out of it, but this is the next step, I believe. And it's weird because here is the outcome. This is justice in this deck. These are the same person. So your future is the same as your outcome, but the outcome is about knowing that the right thing will happen, right? Because the justice is about the right thing. It's not always what we think we want or what we do want, because that might not be the right thing for us. But this is about, having that ending of be prepared. The right thing will happen. So I really like that. I think overall it's nice. I feel like there's a lot of healing going on. This is a negative influence, but I think that in the future you're healing that. You're working on that with the Four Swords. So I wouldn't worry about this, but it is something to keep in mind that this could be causing you to not reach the truth of things or for the right thing to happen because you're a little bit anxious about it. Anytime we have a negative influence, we have to look at that and figure out how to deal with that negative influence. It can always be there. It won't necessarily go away, but what it will do is you can learn to deal with it, or how to handle it, or what to do with it. That's more about what it is. So I'm going to grab a enchanted map card for us for final, just to get a little what do we, what does our spirit universe, what do we need to know, and what, just an idea to focus on too. I like these cards because it can give me something to focus on, or to understand, and they're all mostly positive. I think they have reversals, but I don't do reversals well. I don't know how to do that right. Like, to me, it's like when I decide I'm going to start reading reversals, I don't feel like it's true. Like, I feel like I'm turning over the card wrong or something, and I don't want that either. So I thought, no, I'm not going to do it. What is our advice? Details. I've had this before. I used to use these in the past. So it is details. There's books. There's a little candlelight. To me, that's totally speaking of getting your together. Let's see. So the most powerful patterns are created within the tiniest details. Pay attention. So this is good. Like, this is about paying attention. This is the time to be aware of the fine points in the fine print in all areas of your life. Look at the details and leave the broad strokes for another time. When this card appears in a reading, it's a sign to finesse a project, make small but meaningful gestures, or add a personal touch to your correspondence. Everything's in the details. Be aware that what you need to know lies in the details. If you're entering into an agreement of any kind, pay attention to them before, not after, when it's too late. Clarity and transparency are key. You can gain great understanding by observing the minute body language, offhand remarks, and fleeting facial expressions that reveal the larger picture. So I think too, I want to correlate it with this reading because the right thing will happen. But anytime we have justice, it's because we've been paying attention to the details. We don't know. We can't have justice unless we know what's really happening. So I think this makes sense. So if this is going on, also to remedy this could be like, let's look at the details. Because a lot of times when we're anxious about something or stressed about something, it's something we can't control anyway. But maybe if we take a closer look, details, it's really not anything to get anxious about. Like sometimes we can skew something a little bit and then get anxious about it. But if we take a step back and go, wait a minute, let's get real here. Like that doesn't mean squat or whatever, whatever it looks like to you. So keep that in mind when you're looking at the anxiety or the stress that you're having. So there you go. Details, details. Have a beautiful day. Please do the comment. Also, again, I do see who likes, or I can't always see who likes my stuff because sometimes I don't get the thing. But, even if you don't want to leave a comment, but you want me to know you're watching, just put a heart, put a smiley face, put a whatever emoji, feels good. Because then I just know that you're watching, and it does help the energy. I swear. Someone said that, and I've said this before, and I didn't believe it. But the more I do these, the more I see that. So, having these energies around me, and keep in mind, I'm not going to be one of those that's going to be super huge. So I do want the people that are getting something out of my readings to always get something out of my readings. I don't want it to, grow so much that I'm a little bit, yeah, because it is good to have some, some other people watching. But anyway, you don't care. Take care. Have a beautiful day.